Don't do the kids like
Anyways,
that.
so the next one, really getting into it. Money and sex. Have we destroyed traditional dating due to it being so transactional?
I would say yes. And it's so crazy because if you would have asked me this question like 2, 3 years ago, I would probably say no. But just going back to my previous answer, everybody receives love in a different way. And I feel like hip hop culture has had a very big influence, especially like with the new wave of like female rappers and stuff. And it's so crazy because I think everybody is taking the female rap out of context. Yes, they're saying, oh, you can't get the coochie if you don't pay me. But the deeper message in that is, why would I want to lay up with somebody that couldn't do anything for me? That's how I take it. I don't necessarily take it as you have to pay me for sex. I just take it as, if I'm giving you my most prized possession when I'm in a bind and I need something, I should be able to call you. At least that's how I look at it.
Maybe it's like you're more deeper than the majority of the people, but most people think things are surface level. You can tell by your politics and who your last president was. It didn't take much to get your vote, so it is what it is. But let's just say more like a traditional date is a guy. He's gonna bring flowers. He's gonna court you. He's gonna actually get to know who you are. But at this point, we're putting a standard on how much a person should make before they can even take you on a date.
Right.
So
And I
that
don't agree
doesn't
with that.
right. So
I don't
that
agree with
doesn't
that.
it doesn't equate to actually getting to know a person, because if you're not gonna meet the people whom you should meet, or be able to date the people whom you should date, because they probably won't have it all together when you first meet the person. And if they do have it all together, you're meeting them later on in life. And if they have it all together by then, they've been through too much trauma and too much other things for you to be able to like build a good foundation with that person.
And what's so crazy is, I'm like in the industry, I be around a lot of industry people. I know 1,000,001 girls that are in a relationship with the type of nigga that most females would want to be in a relationship with. Like, he got the money, he got the house, he got the clothes, he got this, he live a certain lifestyle. And let me tell you how miserable they are. Like, imagine you had a rough day and your nigga walk in the house with a $1,200 Louis bag and all you wanted was a hug. Like, thank you. I love this bag, but
Yeah,
like
but
I'm
it's
hurt
not
on the inside. Like, and you didn't even ask me how my day was.
in
Like,
the industry that we actually both, traverse and stuff. From what I've noticed is, once you start getting to a level of money and a level of access as a male, it's just different, because all the women are looking for the same particular guy. And it's not a standard of the everyone always talking about 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches. That shit's out the window. Once you have a certain amount of money, all the doors are open. And
and I think that affects the way a lot of men treat women too, because there's this saying that broke niggas are like mean as hell, and they are. But ain't nobody meaner than a rich nigga that know he can replace you right now. I'm not saying
exactly.
every single rich man. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, in the horror stories that I have heard and even some things that I have been through, when a man knows that you are dependent upon his status, you're dependent upon his paycheck, you're dependent upon what he can do for you, they tend to be abusive on a lot of different levels. Like, maybe he's not punching you in the face, but like, oh no, you can't use my credit card today,
Just imagine though. Imagine this,
or I'm
right?
gonna take your car from you.
I feel like we're calling something abuse when it's more of,
Control.
you never earned anything with me, so technically I'm spoiling you with my resources, time, and so on and so forth. It's not I'm taking it from you to abuse you. It's more I'm taking it from you because it doesn't really belong to you. It's mine.
It's still
And
abuse though,
no,
because
no,
if
no.
you doing it out the kind of, if you a rich man and you meet me and you say, you know what, I don't want you to work. I want you to come live with me and clean up my house and cook for me and take care of my kids and this and that. And I do something that you don't like or whatever the case may be, and let's say you close down my bank account. That's financial abuse. That's abuse. Whatever, however you want to spend it, it's abusive. That's emotional abuse. That's spiritual abuse.
I've
It's
never.
not. Is you
I,
feel what I'm saying?
Now I've heard of people sell their soul for money, and there's a price on it, but it's not spiritual abuse. If a man is offering his resources to you and you move into his place, his infrastructure is set up, everything from that point on, you're on his plan, you're on his dime, you're on his time. If you're not going to be in line with what I got going on, you're abusing me. You're abusing your access to me. You're abusing the accounts that I've set up for you, because obviously I understood how to get to this bag. I understood how to grow this money. All you know how to do is blow this money. And if all you know how to do is blow the money, we not being able to build anything else. I've never seen someone say, I'm gonna spend more money than I get and build something better.
And actually progress.
It doesn't work that way.
I don't know.
So
I mean,
if the man figured out how to get the money, I'm pretty sure he understands how to discipline himself when it comes to spending money. And if he has to discipline you when it comes to spending money, you're going to take it as abuse, because it's essentially the same thing.
No, but we're not talking about disciplining me.
It's disciplining. If he has to stop you from doing something, it's obviously you're either overdoing it, gotten used to doing it, or you taking it to a point where it's like, yo, we're doing a little too much in this direction. You need to chill.
If I have to go and ask my man that's making 7 figures a year, if I have to go to him and ask him for money, to me, that's financial abuse. I should have access to this.
7 figures a year doesn't mean how much money you actually
have right now.
How much money you pocket at the end of the year. If I make seven figures, the taxes on that is almost 40%. Then you got to.
So we right back down to 6 figures.
Then you got to think about how many things we've already built and we have credit to, and all other things like the bills that come along with it.